So, hence the title of this video.
Hence the title of this video? What? But you didn't say anything leading to that. Hence comes afterwards, not before them. Damn it, it's almost like you started recording after you started talking. It's almost like recording a video whilst driving your car is a terrible idea that makes it harder for you to concentrate, and thus likely leads to dangerous driving, and more disgustingly, always leads to bad videos. Shame on you.
Advice for atheists.
Ah, yes, I forgot it about that. The title that you are hensing is indeed Advice for Atheists. Okay, cool. I love a bit of advice, especially when it gets me more whiskey. Hopefully, it's that and not really bad advice that makes you sound like an idiot. That would be tragic.
Now, I don't mean to say, I have made some videos and I've called some atheists cowards.
Ooh, that's not exactly the best way to start an open and honest dialogue, mate. People generally aren't super into people calling them cowards, especially not for having a portion of a worldview that happens to be different to yours. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense.
And some of them are, you know, if you're going to just attack someone's beliefs in faith.
Well, some of any group of people, whether they be holders of worldviews or anything else, some people are cowards. And then you f*** it up by saying that they are attackers of beliefs and faiths. And simply you've lost me there. Because what is an attack of a belief? Unless you physically assault someone, I wouldn't really call anything belief-related an attack. What I think you probably mean is criticize someone's beliefs or faiths, when that's just not the same thing, and using a word like attack just makes it sound like something much worse than, hey, I think that thing you said was kinda dumb. If you feel like you were physically assaulted by that, you got worse problems than atheists, mate.
For the sake of being right.
For the sake of being right? What the hell does that even mean? You're either correct all the time or you're not me. And are you admitting that you say a lot of incorrect shit? Because you might want to, I don't know, not do that? Would you not prefer to be right for the sake of it yourself? I don't know, mate. Super weird thing to be bothered about.
While at the same time really not claiming not to believe in anything. It's a cowardly thing to do.
Who the f*** says that atheists don't believe anything? Which ones? Because everyone believes in something. That's just an idiotic straw man that only someone who has never bothered to engage with any athey blabs properly would think. And yeah, no mate, I don't criticise beliefs because I'm a big cowardly boy, or because I want to be right all the time. I criticise beliefs because they're flawed, wrong, or outright stupid. And the more things like that are left to fester, the more disgustingly idiotic they become.
It's a bully thing to do. You know, let people have their faith, let people believe in what they want to believe in.
Oh, fuck off, mate. No one's stopping you from believing whatever the hell you want. No one is taking your faith away from you. Even when, and get this right, they criticise the things you say. Hell, even if they did attack you for it, you would still be physically able to believe those things. Really, it's a known psychological where hurting someone for their opinion tends to make them double down. All I can assume what you actually meant is that when someone points out how stupid something you said was, it makes you question your faith. And you don't want to question your faith. Well, I have some advice for you. Maybe then, don't believe stupid things, and then maybe that won't happen anymore.
So I do think there is some cowardice there.
Well, you know what? I think that there's cowardice when some car-theist decides to talk shit about how I choose to engage with other people's bad ideas. And the thing is, if you're so bothered, why do you even make videos? Why do you put your opinions out there if you don't ever want to have them challenged? Going to a public forum and shouting them on street corners, which YouTube is effectively the online version of, is going to make that happen, especially if you have an open comment section. If you really don't want that, then you could always ban all the comments, but that would make you a bit of a hypocrite, wouldn't it? And I don't think you want to because of the people who agree and stroke your ego. But you can't have it both ways, mate.
Now, on the other end, I think a lot of atheists are highly intelligent people.
But No, especially not this one. I mean, sure, some are, but most are exactly as smart as any other demographic. They just have a different take on a particular subject. But highly intelligent? No, not really. Some of the stupidest people I know are atheists. It in no way has any bearing on one's intelligence.
I think atheists are, like everyone, trying to figure out what reality is, what the world is, and what is our place in it.
Yes, everybody is doing that, and part of doing that is engaging with other people's ideas on that subject. And part of engaging with other people's ideas is both accepting when they are right and criticizing them when they are wrong. That is a normal and perfectly acceptable way of doing things. Unfortunately, you seem to be struggling with accepting when you think people are right, and instead of putting your hands in the air and saying, you know what, you have a point and I'll have to really think about that. You're framing it as, wah, you attacked me and I'm cowards 'cause you said I was wrong. And I ain't gonna lie, mate, it makes you sound super unconvincing. Take your L's with a bit of dignity and maybe you'll feel a lot less attacked. And maybe even start being, more right. Wouldn't that be nice?
Now, please do not come at this like,
Oh, imagine that, making a video in your car makes your video rambly and somewhat incoherent. Who would have expected that, aside from everybody? God damn it, man. I mean, I was already editing out your little pauses, but that was just obscene.
Attacking me for, like, religious beliefs or, a Christian talking.
Okay, but I'm not attacking you or even criticizing you for the things you believe or your Christian talking. I will, however, point out when you make a claim about reality that is blatantly false and point out how it doesn't make sense. And if you don't like that, then, well, here's hoping you don't go out of your way to find this video. Watch it and then get all sad about it, because seriously, dude, that's like walking into a room labelled, warning, dickhead inside, and then being surprised when, lo and behold, there's a dickhead inside. And he calls you a dumbass.
Because, I haven't been to church in years, so...
What? Okay, that's just, I don't know, weird? Like you would think, if you're a Christy Bob, that might seem like an important thing to do. Wait, I was right, wasn't I? You aren't upset because people say words at you. You're not happy about the fact that when they do, you kind of agree with them. Dude, like maybe, just maybe, you aren't as much of a Crimspian as you think you are? And you just kind of need to get over that and not blame everyone else, eh?
I don't say that proudly, actually, but...
Well, then why don't you? See, if it's so important that it's a point of shame to not do it, then fucking do it. And it's not like we're talking the same kind of thing as eating healthy or getting exercise or cutting bad shit from your life. We're talking immortal soul shit. If I genuinely thought that my forever was on the line, I might, make some effort. Again, it's kind of like you don't think that really.
Because I believe it is good to worship and give thanks to the unknown, to the mystery of life. Anyway.
What? What mystery? Specifically? Because I'm not saying that there aren't mysterious things, but there are lots of things that are no longer mysteries. So if you are looking at something like that and saying, ooh, how mysterious, I should worship it, and it turns out that you just didn't know something, then you're simply wasting time and energy that could be better spent on something worthwhile and productive, like hammering nails into your head.
If you've been watching my videos, you know that I have put up a lot of stuff recently about atheism and
Okay, I see what's happened here. Now, I don't know about your other things, but from this video alone I have gleaned that perhaps you might have a bad habit of being kind of shitty about other people and then not being able to hack it when they do the same to you. I mean, I could be wrong. Perhaps you are sunshine and daisies. But you did say you called people cowards, and frankly, if you can dish it out, you really ought to be able to take it. I mean, I call people stupid assholes all the time, and I think I could take some pretty strong insults and silly bumface? That's just mean.
I've heard a lot of arguments, and I've heard a lot of different things.
And they are all wrong, because I want them to be, and that's just my belief. And if you don't like that, I'll thank you for not attacking me by saying terrible things like, I don't think that's true, and, that doesn't sound right, and any of these other terrible, mean, hurtful things.
which subsequently has left me more confused than when I began thinking about atheism.
Okay, now, is that because you A, didn't understand what was said to you, B, had an extremely skewed view of atheism before and are trying to square what they said with what you already knew about it, or C, that you don't want to understand it, so feign confusion in order to not have to truly engage with the things that were said to you? Or, and I'll admit, D is a possibility, all the atheists that happened to turn up just spouted random gibberish that made literally zero sense and helped not one jot. I guess it all depends on exactly what was said to you and why you found it so confusing.
So I want to give atheists some advice.
I think that's fair, because damn, I have already given you a bunch of advice about maybe not taking every critical comment as a personal affront to you specifically, or what have you. So you do owe me some sage words to really help me do atheism better, since you are clearly such an expert.
And I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just telling you where I see things going off the rails.
Ah, good job you said rails there, because otherwise I would have had to make a car crash joke. And I'm glad you aren't telling me what to do either, because that rarely goes well for anyone. If anything, telling me what to do, or what not to do, or whatever, will make me do the literal opposite. Some may say that I shouldn't do that because it makes me easy to manipulate. And well, shit, that's actually a thinker. If I don't do what they say, then I'll do what they say. And if I do what they say, then I won't do what they say. And then I'll be... Excuse me, I started bleeding from my ears for some reason.
And if I was an atheist, I would want to hear what an outside opinion looking in, like for the first time.
Mate, you're clearly of the American persuasion, and frankly, where the hell do you live, where atheists don't get outside, aka religious opinions, foisted on them f***ing constantly? Your money literally has "In God We Trust" printed on it. And there's a lot of dumb pro-God arguments to do with that I'll not get into. But to think that they don't know what outside opinions are is frickin' ludicrous. Not to mention the fact that if they are turning up to your content and then making critiques of what you had to say, then guess what? They fucking listen to it. No wonder you're confused.
Looking into this thing we have called atheism.
This thing called atheism, as if it's at its core not simply the concept that someone doesn't believe in any of the gods because they are the big fake, and is instead some completely mystifying, nonsensical concept that no one could possibly wrap their heads around without a 3-week correspondence course and a barrel of super whiskey. I mean, that is how I did it, but that's only because I'm dumb.
So, that would be the first issue I have with atheism, which is really, really silly, or is a problem that you have because you never bothered to actually look into the topic even though you are apparently interested? Some kind of combination of the two? Because let's face it, it's not going to be a point made with legitimate argumentation or an actual genuine attempt at figuring shit out, because if it were, you might have done that by now. I've said this so many times and I'll continue to say it. There is no clear definition of atheism.
Well, that nail hit right on the fucking head, yeah? No, not from him, from me. That's completely idiotic. In fact, there are a couple of definitions. There's the one I use, that you will hear all over the place. Atheism is an individual's lack of belief in any deity or deities. A definition that is concise and clear and only someone willfully ignorant wouldn't be able to understand. Which is why so many theists don't get it, I fear. And then there is the academic, philosophical form of atheism, which is there is no God as a fact, which is fine if you need to use it, but rarely what most people think. Most people think that the evidence provided for God is fundamentally flawed and thus feel the most logical conclusion is not to believe until proven otherwise. Again, not difficult to understand, but apparently you're doing it. What a champ!
Let me explain.
Please do. I'm sure it's going to be really smart and not undermine your entire point because, as I always say, and am almost immediately proven wrong with, that never happens.
There's the traditional definition of atheism that roughly 70% of atheists use.
Wow, that was fast. I mean, not quite new record fast, but still very fast. 70%, a number which I'm sure you didn't pull completely out of your arse, but more than 2/3, according to you, use a particular definition, and you somehow think that that makes the definition not exist? That there is not one that you can point to that most atheists will agree with? F me, dude. I'm not gonna lie, you are terrible at this. It's great, keep it up. You know, apart from the whole driving bit, that sucks and you should stop before you kill someone.
Which is a non-belief in God.
Close enough. Why is that so hard to wrap your head around? Is it because there are people who are atheists, who also have completely unrelated beliefs, ideals and thoughts about the world? But since they're all atheists, they should all believe the same thing, because otherwise that's too confusing. Oh shit, that's exactly what it's going to be, isn't it?
However, there's other definitions. The non-belief in what's the word? I forget. The non-belief in deities.
Oh, never mind, I was wrong. It's way f***ing dumber. Dude, that's the same definition. Literally, it is exactly the same definition, just that it uses a different word. Holy shit, are you serious? I was obviously giving you way too much credit when I thought you would have a problem with multiple atheistic ideologies when you can't even do words properly. Fuck.
Which is a definition. I have had, but I hope people can understand a deity and God are completely, I hope people are able to separate the two.
I don't know why they would, cause G-O-D, God, aka Yahweh, aka Jehovah, aka f***ing whatever else, is a f***ing deity, you absolute numpty. Deity is literally a word used to define supernatural creator beings. You know, the exact f***ing thing your freaking God is supposed to be. No, I'm out. Man can't even basic words. I guess he's too scared of them, eh?
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstar Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos. And she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the